Okay. In today's class, we will try to understand JavaScript maps. So as I told you that these are all pre classes. These classes are being conducted under my Lakshmi Narayan Krishna Foundation. The classes will be conducted thrice of a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So these are very free classes, so anybody can attend my classes. Okay. So today is 13 January 2026. So let us start the class now. In today's class, we will try to understand JavaScript maps. The map is an object. Okay, JavaScript map is an object. So which will store collection of key value pairs. These key value pairs, okay, already we have studied in Python dictionary. So in Python, it is called dictionary. If we store the values with the key, values as a pair, means in dictionary of Python, what happened? Dictionary. Already we have studied in the Python dictionary set array. That is what list set tuple list set dictionary. These four data collections we have studied already in the Python list set tuple dictionary. These four data types already we have studied in the Python. They are the data structures. Okay. In dictionary in Python, what we have studied, dictionary will store the key value pairs. One key will be there and one value will be there. Both will be called as a pair and both will be separated with a column. Key and value will be separated with the column. And every key value pair will be separated with a comma. Okay, with the other key value pair. So in the same manner, in JavaScript also, map is an object. I told you that in JavaScript, everything is an object. So this object JavaScript map will store collection of key value pairs. Okay, like Python dictionary in other languages. Okay, let us see. Maps differ from standard objects in that keys can be of any data type. Here in maps, keys can be of any data type. Okay. So come to the point. Let us see how here a JavaScript map, it can be created. We can create a new map and add elements with map.set. Okay. We can also pass an existing array to the new map constructor. We can create a new map and add elements with map.set method. This is a set method. Okay. With the new map constructor, we can pass an existing array. So we will do all this by practice. So in this example, create a new map and add elements by this. New map, how the new map will be created? This is the way. Okay. We need to keep a name for that map. So fruit is a map, name, new map. Now it is empty map. It is now empty map. So when we create any variable names, any names, so we need to use constant, let, or where keywords. Because fruits is a map name. So name means variables. So variable name, we need to use constant, where, and let keyword. So here fruits map created. It is empty. Now by this set method, we have added the values. Okay, these are all values are added. Now let us see. Let us do the practice. That is JavaScript code. JavaScript where is I told you that JavaScript code, it will be written inside of the script element. Script element started with the script start tag, script element ended with end tag. Inside of this, the code written, whatever, that is part of your JavaScript. The first line of code is the comment. It will not be read by your browser. Now, second statement, it is what here, fruits is a map name. So while creating of any variables, we will use constant let var keywords, map created with new keyword. This is the way now map is created. Now if you want to add the values, okay, fruits dot set method, by set method, then whatever the values you want to add here, you can add. So now by get method, this is the method, get method. Whenever we pass get method, it will take the values. It will take the values. This is the key and this is the value. Okay, whenever we have passed the key, the value will be displayed here. How many values there are? 500 apples. 500 apples. So num is a variable we have created with the let keyword by this get method. So whenever we pass the key, okay, I have passed the key of, this is a key and this is a value. This is a key and value. This is a key. This is the value. But in Python dictionary, here colon will be used. Colon. In Python dictionary, colon will be used. But in JavaScript, we are using comma to separate the both the key and value. So if you want to get the value of any key, we need to use get method. Okay. So now this is the JavaScript code written here. Okay. And this is the code written, HTML code inside of this body section, whatever the code written, that is up to here, this the HTML hypertext markup language code. This is the code written inside of the script tag, that is the JavaScript code. If you want to write any code, if you want to write like any CSS code, you need to write the CSS code inside of style to style your web page. To style your web page, if you want to style. Okay. Under this, see what happened here. Under this style, now whatever the code you write inside of the style element, it has start tag, it has end tag. Inside of this, whatever the code you write, that will be used to style your website, web page. Okay. So if you want to style, if you want to color this website background color, first of all, background color means body, means website, this web page total body, background, body to be selected, and this inside of this flower braces, we need to write background color, orange. Okay. Now there is no any result, means this line of statement is not executed. As per this, this is the code under the style element, single line of statement I have written. This is part of your CSS, cascading style sheet, to style the web page. How the web page appears, background, whether the color background, orange, blue, green. Okay. So if code not executed, so you need to check back the syntax. Understand that? You need to check back the syntax. So, so see what happened here. So whenever you write code inside of the style element, under the style start tag, end tag, the code which is part of your CSS, cascading style sheet to style your web page. Okay. For this is what selector body selector of. Here, this body selector indicates that I have selected the total body. If I want to select only this header section, so I need to use H1. Means now this is the selector which will select this element. Selectors will be used in cascading style sheet to select the elements. If I have used body, so this will be used to select the body of the whole web page. Okay. If I want to change this color as light blue, or you use it. So understood that inside of these flower braces, we need to now H1s. I want to select this header JavaScript maps. Inside of these flower braces, now color. Which color? This header color blue. Okay. Now this header color, change it to blue. This header color, change it to blue. Now I want to change this font size. Font size. So you can use font size. Tint text. Why? Because now the color, this code not executed. Before that it was blue. After this, whenever I have written this code, its color changed. But here, the font to be changed. So there is somewhat code, the code we have written that may be not suitable. Means we need to check back the code syntax. So now what happened here? By this H1, I have selected the header element and its color written as blue. If I want to change this as yellow, you need to write yellow. Okay. And if you want to change this as orange, and if you want to change this as pixel size, okay, this is the pixel size. So by this H1, these headers will be selected and its color changed to orange and font size increased. Okay, if you want to make it somewhat size like this, if you want to make it center, you need to write font align. Font align center. Font align center. So if code is not just you see what happened here. JavaScript maps. It was initially from the left side. Now it is centered. So I have written text align center. Before this, what the mistake I have written here? Font. So this is the not the proper syntax. Here we need to write text. So as per the syntax, we need to follow. Understood that? Center. If you write type center, so that will not be not center. So for the center, you need to write center. Okay. Now for font size, so whether they need to be terminate every, if you will not terminate, whether they will be okay. What about this? Whether they are compulsory, check back that, but you have not given, you have not terminated them. So nothing, orange color, not implemented to your header set element. So terminate this semicolon. This is okay. What about the pixel color? It is also okay. If you change this 50 pixel, not 50 pixel, not implemented. So semicolon, it is implemented like that. Whether it is centered, okay, center. Okay. So like this, okay. So now, as I told you that this is the HTML code. From here, this is the HTML code. And from here, under the body section, body element, whatever the code written up to here, this is the HTML hypertext markup language code. And inside of the style element, the code written, I have written up to this code is what your CSS cascading style sheet code. And inside of this script element, the code written up to here, this is the JavaScript code. So here JavaScript code topic is what? Set. Set is what? Map, not set, map. So map is what? Map is an object to store multiple key value pairs. Key value pairs. So in JavaScript, map is an object which will be used to store key value pairs. How the key value pairs will be stored? Like this. By set method, key and value. Key always strings. Key always strings. Okay, values numbers. Like this, okay? So if I want to write the total code, you need to delete this total code. Okay. Now there's no any code here. Your result window empty. First, you write the code with the HTML document. You need to declare this is the document type of HTML. This is the web page of HTML5 version. It indicates that this document is the HTML document. Now you need to say that this is the HTML. We are writing the code for HTML. We need to mention that inside of this, whatever the code we write, that is part of your HTML code. So body element started and body element closed. body element closed with the end tag. Now, inside of the code, whatever you write, that is part of your HTML that will be read by your browser. Now, first of all, write header section, content. Topic is what? JavaScript maps. Okay, JavaScript maps. So JavaScript maps are, if you click on this, this will be display, content will be displayed on the screen. Now, if you want to change this, if you want to select this, and if you want to change the color of this, you need to go for CSS code. Okay. CSS code will be written inside of this style element. Now here by the selectors, this is the header section, a header element. Its element is H1. So by this H1, now it is a selector. Inside of these flower braces, you need to write the code to change this color. Okay, color. Okay, blue. Turned into blue. Okay. Now if you want to make it center, text, hyphen, align, center. Not. So that moment you terminate with this semicolon. Close this gap. See, it is to be kept here. Now it is centered. Understood that? So because of this H1 header element is styled with the two properties. One is its color, and H1 element is centered. Okay. So now this code is your Java CSS cascading style sheet. Now here one header is taken. If you want to take one more header, like what H2. Okay, content is what? Map. Map map is what? It is a map is an object used to for what purpose? To store key value pairs. Map is an object to store key value pairs. Okay, close this. Okay, now you run this code. Okay, if you want to change its color, now you need to come inside of this, because this header is part of your body of HTML web page. Now if you want to style, again you need to come into where style. Now that is to be selected, H2 element to be selected. Okay, inside of this H2 element, you need to write the code to color that. Okay, yellow. It is yellow, but it is not visible. So orange. Okay, now its size, font, font size, 20 pixel. 20, don't keep this gap. So that moment for this and for this, we need to semicolon. Understood that? It's 10 pixels. 10 pixels. So you need to separate them with the semicolon. Okay, two pairs attributes for this H2 header, color, font size, two pairs to be separated with the semicolon. Understood that? So now, then after our topic is what? Maps. So we need to create the maps. So for that, I told you that the code is you need to write the script, JavaScript code. This part of your JavaScript code that is to be written inside of the script element. Script element inside of this script element, script start tag, script end tag. Now come here. Topic is what? Map. First of all, create a map. Comment here. Create a map, JavaScript map. How? I told you that take a create a variable. Any fruits is a variable. Now it is what? One map can be created with the new keyword map. Now, what happened here? One map is created, okay, to store key value pairs. But that map has a name, fruits. So variables, this is a variable. So we need to create letter var constant. So map created. This is empty, empty, empty map without any values. Now come, map created. Then I want to store the values. I want to store. How can I store the values? Fruits, fruits dot set method. Fruits dot set by set method. Okay. Fruits dot set to set the method. So values, I told you that key value pairs. One key will be there. Key banana. Banana. Okay. Now in Python, we will use column to separate the key and value. Value is what? Numbers. How many? Okay. Now, in Python, colon will be used. Here, no need to just this comma. So, now it is to be terminated. Next, one more fruits dot bisect method. You can papaya. One key and it has a value 200. Okay. Now, close. Now, so now key value pairs. These are always the keys are strings. These are the keys and these are the values. Now it is a key value pair. Okay. Now one map is created. How many maps created here? One map is created and it is added with the values by set method. Now see what happened. If I want to get the values, so that moment I need to use what? Get element by ID method. Get element by ID method to be used here. one ID attribute that is to be here. One attribute, ID attribute, we need to pass here. Okay. ID attribute. ID is equal to take any value, also any value you can take. So by this ID value, this method get element by ID method will find the HTML element. Okay, whatever the value you have passed to this ID attribute, the value I have passed as anything you can pass. That is to be passed to this get element by ID method by this attribute. This method mostly used HTML, JavaScript, HTML method, which will be used to find out the HTML content. To display the content of that element, inner HTML attribute will be used. Now you need to pass the HTML content, wherever the content is. Content is here. I want to display the banana key values 500 on the screen. So here, before this, you create one more variable. Let any total is equals empty. Understood that? So this is one more variable I have created. If I pass this total to this, now this method will, this attribute inner HTML display this total variable, whatever it get by get method. I need to use one get method here. Huh? So here fruits dot get. Okay. So what happened? Fruits dot by this get method, if I have passed this key as okay. Now what happened? This get method of fruits map will get the value of this key. The key banana keys value is 500. That will be stored in this variable. Now that variable I have passed to this inner HTML attribute. Okay, understood that. So now this get element by ID method is part of your website, web page. Okay, so we need to represent that web page as document. Document is what? This is web document. Okay, this is your web document. So see script close under this one. This is what your one map is created. Map name is fruits with the any keyword, let, where, constant, whatever the keyword you can use here. Map is created with new map. Empty map is this. Now it is empty map. Huh? Then after by one this map name is fruits. So by set method value key values can be added. Okay, then after you keep this line of code here. Okay, why? Because once these are created, map is filled with this key value pairs. Then if I want to get this key value, I can use the get method of fruits map. So fruits dot get, I have passed the key, and that is stored in this total. So let us see, wherever a little bit of code error may be there. So I need to check back that. So mistake is little bit of syntax error. See, the map, we have created the map with the map small keyword. Okay. No, we need to use the map as capital. So whenever you use small m means map, you will not get anything. So the map to be represented capital M. Now you will get the results. So 500 is what? This is the value of this key. Okay, that key has 500 number of banana. So if I want to get the papaya, I need to change this as, okay, papaya. By this, I told you that this get method of your map will be used to get the value of any key. Keys always will be string. Okay, if I want to get this papaya, you need to write as papaya, papaya. So now you run, you will get 200. But if you want to get somewhat string in front of this, you write the string like what you know, total number of fruit, okay, plus total number of fruits, total number of fruits, 200. Okay. But if you want to change this background color, you need to go into your style code. Here, the total web page body to be selected. Total web page body that is to be selected with the this body selector. This body selector will be used to select the whole body. Now, inside of this, you need to write background color. Background color hyphen color hyphen light blue. Okay. Body, the body of the web page will be selected, and with this key value pair, background not underscore hyphen. Okay. Now background of the total website will be selected. So like this, we can write the code. I have written the total code for somewhat HTML code I have written here, somewhat style CSS code. I have written somewhat CSS code. This is the CSS code I have written for the CSS code for to style the cascade, to style the web page. And this is the JavaScript code from here to here. I have written the JavaScript code to create a web page, interactive and dynamic web page. And for the dynamic and interactive sessions, we need to rewrite little bit of code to a button. Okay. If whenever you click on that button, as you click on, as per your interaction, result will be displayed. So JavaScript will be used to develop the interactive and dynamic web pages. Okay. So I hope this class will be useful to you. And all these classes are very free classes. So you can join my classes. And I have shared my Zoom link in different platforms, Python, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp groups also I have shared in the YouTube, my channel also. I have kept my class link, Zoom class link. So whenever you feel that you want to learn, so you can join the classes and you can learn the coding. You can comment to in my WhatsApp number. Otherwise, my number is 911039865. You can make a call to me and you can comment. Okay. Thank you. Jai Hind. Have a nice day.